What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video brought to you by DotaFanTV, where today we'll be looking at the series between Team Alliance and Team Secret. I think this is potentially the game of the season, series of the season, whatever you want to call it. Reason because Team Alliance, as we all know it, is super hot this season. They are undefeated. And then we have Team Secret, who are the champion of last season, right? They were undefeated last season as well. So it will potentially decide the standing of the entire league alone based on this series. So let's jump straight into it. So the first thing I wanted to highlight is actually the play style of both these teams. I actually think that both the team focus a lot on the laning stage, and they want to play from the front foot, and the way they draft as well is around that. We have already discussed previously for Team Secret, right? The way they want to play is they want to build like 2k lead, 3k lead, 4k lead within the 10-15 minutes mark, and then from there, when they know they're stronger in terms of having the net worth lead, they start to close down the map, control the map, and start to choke you down basically and play from the front foot. And on Team Alliance side as well, we see the way they draft, they focus a lot on the laning stage as well, whether it's against Team OG in the previous series or Team Liquid, right? And in this game, there are no difference. Both of them put a lot of focus on the laning stage because they know whoever come out ahead will win the game. And here's where the difference comes from. I think between Team Secret and Team Alliance, if you ask me, Team Alliance is better in terms of playing from behind. This seems to be a bit more comfortable. They know if they are getting choked down, how to play around it. Where Team Secret, I guess, is a bit of failure from their own success, where they are so used to playing from the front foot, so comfortable in doing that whenever they are behind, they kind of look a bit lackluster and not as comfortable. Today we will be looking at one key moment from each of these three games that decided the result of the game. I really think in each of these three games there is one key moment that decided the outcome, and we can jump straight into it. Let's go. So the key moment for the first game that have decided the outcome, right, is over here, the clip that I'm about to show. But before I show it, I just want to highlight a few other things that we're going to see. So we need to understand the stage of the game right now, right? Team Secret is up by 6k goal, and then they are leading the game. If you look at the map control, Team Secret actually has a better map control. If you look at the win probability as well, right, they are about 75% win rate, right, which is a very in their favor, I would say. And then we look at Gyro as well. His item is he's super fat, and then he is only about slightly more than 1,500 gold away from his Satanic. And then I want to highlight what happened over here in this clip. So let's play it, right? So we see Underlord over here, TP back. He's moving towards here. Okay, so Alliance make a smoke play, try to catch Team Secret out, try to see who we can find. Yabzor on the Tiny is he's able to smell something is wrong, something is going on. Simply because they got two wave pushing in, right, top and bottom, and no one is responding from Team Alliance. And then we see Team Alliance try to find a good target to find. They obviously don't want to go up this high ground without any vision. And then they start to ping out this Underlord that they see, and they try to go on him. It wasn't successful because Underlord also, they're in the same team, so they really can see what's going to happen. And then he TP back home. He used ulti and go back home. And then this is where the moment going to begin, where Gyro, again, is right now less than about 1,200 gold away, 1,200, 1,300 gold away from his Satanic. Decided that he want to go in. So what he do over here, he dodges the spear BKB and casted all his spell. He deal a lot of damage, but they are able to disengage on Alliance side by casting the Centaur ulti. And then Team Alliance decided to chase. And this is where I want you all to pay attention. The Life Stealer is trying to escape, right? So what he did is he infested the Warlock, right? And I'm not sure whether Team Secrets is aware of this, but what is about to happen right here is Yabzor on the Tiny. He wanted to focus the Warlock down, and then to prevent him from casting his spell, his ulti, and Fatal Bond are very important. He already casted the Fatal Bond here, but he haven't casted his ulti. So Yabzor on the Tiny is thinking, I want to burst this guy down before he casts his spell, big team fight spell, right? So what he did is he moved forward, right? He waited for his Blink Dagger. I think he blink in here? Probably yes, he blink in. He toss him back to the gyro and try to let the gyro burst and kill him. But what, I don't know whether they are aware of this or not, is that the Warlock has a life stealer in it, right? So when this happened, life stealer break out of it, essentially just get close range to the gyro, and gyro have already expanded his resources. He doesn't have a BKB. He's 1000 gold away from his satanic, so he doesn't even have that massive life steal that is able to save his life. Centaur saw this toss, he blink in, right, stun that guy, and then Mars also cast his spell to spear him to basically stop all the damage and try to burst the gyro down, and they are successful in doing so. So this, for me, is the key moment that they've decided the game, where I'm not sure whether Yabzo and the Tiny know that the Warlock is infested by the life stealer, the opponent carry, but once he tosses him back, is basically GG. Is the game, the Alliance, the way they read it, they toss him back, they have 2 instant stun and control on the gyro, and Ayo can't even, and burst him with the Lina ulti, and Ayo can't even save him in time. And then it's just a team wipe afterward. One by one, they chase him down. Without the gyro, they lost a massive source of damage, and they got a team wipe and ultra kill on the Nico Baby lifestealer. So I wanted to show you guys after the fight. Before that, I have shown you guys that we were around 70-75% win rate for Team Secret. But after the fight, it was just a nosedive right down to win probability favoring Team Alliance, 62-38. And part of the reason is this massive team fight where Lifestealer got a massive spike in terms of gold. Another reason is because they also secured the Roshan right afterward. It is a super big team fight, and quite a blunder in my opinion for Team Secret, because they have already expanded the resources here when Gyro casts his BKB and all those things, and he's 1000 gold away from his Satanic, but they still decided to go in and take the fight. So for me, that is the game defining moment for the first game. Alright, so for the second game, I actually think the key moment that decided the game is actually from the draft. And you will eventually see why I say so, because on Team Alliance, right, they pick a Tiny, Grimstroke, and followed up by a Tusk. And the thing about this hero is that it very quickly show that Tiny will be a core Tiny, and then you have Grimstroke and Tusk most likely as the support. And to have this support and this core, one weakness that it does that Team Secret very quickly able to identify is they actually don't hit the egg very well. So eventually they follow it up by a Phoenix. Yeah. So they picked the Phoenix relatively quickly. They didn't really think very long. It didn't even, I think they still have 10 seconds of normal time to even eat up to the extra time that that they need to use. And then Team Alliance, they realize that, oh, we are kind of in a trouble right now. We have Tiny, Grimstone, and Tusk, and we didn't ban out the Phoenix. I think that really caught them off guard a bit. So they have not much choice. They look at the carry. They want to pick a carry, and then look at the carry that can hit the egg. Eventually, it's just Juggernaut. But the problem with Juggernaut is that on Team Secret side, they already have an axe to deal with the Juggernaut that can blink, call, and protect the egg. So instantly, I think Team Secret already have predicted that Team Alliance will pick a Juggernaut, because there's not Marine carry that is good at the meta, that is not banned at the moment, that is able to hit the egg. So they instantly snap pick, like without thinking, the Morphling. And the reason for that is because Juggernaut don't do a lot against Morphling, especially and also Morphling would be another thing that they have to worry about, right? Right now, they already have to worry about the egg, and then realize that, shit, right now I have another Morphling that I have to worry about. Like, what the fuck do we do about it, right? So this put Team Alliance in the very awkward spot where not only they have to worry about egg, they have to worry about the Morphling, and then they only have one last hero to pick to try to, you know, fulfill the role that the team doesn't have yet, and they're able to counter as much as possible the amount of hero here. And they do have the ultimate last pick, but Team Secret again with their super 200 IQ from Puppy. So what he does is, you know what? With these two trouble that I've caused you already, right? Why not I add another trouble that you have to worry about, right? What did they do? They pick a Matumberman classic hero, which is the Laundry, right? This hero is like a semi-cheesy hero, I would say. It's not really in the meta right now, but it is something not usual, something that you have to specifically find some hero to try to counter. Eventually, I would say Team Alliance did pick a relatively good decent hero, I think, to try to counter all this. So they picked the Viper, and the reason Viper is good is because against the bear, it removes a lot of the passive if the bear is standing on the puddle of poison, whatever the skill is called. And also when you remove the passive, it also make it very hard for the bear to siege tower. But I think the reason this is very difficult for Team Alliance is because they cannot make a lot of mistakes. The team on in Team Secret, right, the way that they scale is really, really well. There's a lot of trouble a lot of things that can cause trouble to Team Alliance, and they cannot really make any mistake, and any single mistake from this draft in Team Alliance will cost them a big time, and the burden is really on Limp in the Tiny to try to make a lot of play, to try to control Nisha on the Morphling, to make sure that he doesn't you know, cause too much trouble, and then try to control as much of all this core and keep killing them and keep snowballing. But eventually we all know that didn't happen in the second game. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. I will just look at the win probability graph and all those things. It very quickly went into Secret favor. Although Alliance eventually have a huge experience lead, right, and some goal lead, you can see that at best the win probability is even. There is really not much that they can do. So eventually when they did just one mistake over here, boom, it was just a game into Team Secret favor immediately. So that is the game defining moment for the second game. As for the third and final game, right, I wanted to highlight this specific moment that I think decided the game and eventually decided the series. And of all the moments that I've highlighted today, I think this is the cherry on the top. This is the best among all, in my opinion, because specifically because I am a post 5 player, and seeing this just blew my fucking mind off, man. This at this stage of the game, I just a little bit of context, a little bit of background story, right? This is the third game. We look at the draft, right? On Team Secret side, we see that it's a very, very snowball draft, right? We have Sven, who want to have, you know, because it has a natural built-in battle free, you want to have as much farm as possible, as early as possible, and eventually try to win the game because you have farm as much. And this kind of hero suits a lot on Team Secret, right? And we have Centaur, who is really, really good, really tanky in the early game. And you have a engagement tool and also disengagement tool, whatever you want to call it in the Stampede. And you have Lashrak on the mid, which is the ultimate snowball hero, where all of the skill are so useful. You want to have as much level as possible, try to own the opponent, get as many tower with your Diabolic Edicts, try to open up the map for your team and so on. So we see the Lashrak rotate top with the Haste Drone, right, to try to take down this tower, open up the top part of the map, and they even put down very aggressive ward. If you look at the minimap map, right, very aggressive ward near the river, right, and also up right here, so that they know if there is any rotation up in the top by the DK or any other support, they will know. So they really, really want this tower, right? So let's see how they approach this and try to take the tower. So we can see here, right, the first thing that they do is Nisha will go in with his haste, right, activated, and kill FNG on the support ET. And, you know, he died for his carry, nothing really special here. The Faceless Void right now, right, is just, there's absolutely nothing he can do. He's level 5. He don't really want to leave the lane yet and go bottom, because bottom is not really safe for him at the moment. They have Sven and they have Snapfire, 2 stuns in the lane that can easily kill him, so he don't really want to leave yet. Ideally he want to try but he can't really defend this tower as well. So what can he do? He will just sit in the jungle and basically watch the opponent take his tower while he can't do anything, right? They have the edicts, and then they even use the cold embrace on Zai on the centaur, so for those who don't know, if you are the tower hit on retaliate, it does damage to the tower, so it's like a blade mail against the tower like that. So it is not ideal. And for Nico Bebe, he tried to run in, try to maybe aggro some creep or something to try to save the tower, but eventually, let's see what the ET does here, right? The ET TP back into the lane. He casts his what is this spell called? He's that Astro Spirit, right, to try to hit this hero, and then when the Spirit go back to him, he get movement speed and all those things. He is super speedy, by the way, 395 with the Tranquil Boot and the Wind Lace, right? So after he get this off, right, of the 3 hero, he get it back to him. He aggro all the creep, everything, run past. Okay, let's go rewind a little bit, right? Let's go back again. Let's see what the fuck he does again, right? He casts the spell, aggro all the creep here, run away from the tower, bring all these 3 heroes to go with him, right? Nisha is casting his ulti, try to burst him down, but because he have the spirit coming back to him, right? He's so speedy with all these items, 477, they cannot chase him, but he bring the entire, all the creeps away from the tower, and the centaur cannot take this tower alone, right? He even stand here to taunt Nisha to try to, come for me, you can do what you want, come for me. And then Nisha cannot really have to go back to mid lane because there is a limited time that he can go top only, because if he leave for longer, the Dragon Knight will just take his tower with the next dragon form, right? So he have to go back. And right now, look at Nico Baby, right? He now have, what is this, 1.5 wave, 2.5 wave under tower, free farm, absolute free farm. He's level 6, right? And after this whole thing, he will be level 7 for sure. He defended the tower. He stopped the map control that Team Secret is supposed to get once they get this tower. He allowed the Faceless Void to farm 2.5 wave for free. Not even that, the upcoming wave, he can stay here for another maybe 2 or 3 or 4 more wave of creeps. It is crazy what this small little move is able to do. The way that this saved Nico Baby game, because if Nico Baby doesn't have a good game this game, right, it is very difficult for Team Alliance to win. And right here, we see that this particular move that was pulled off by ET, right, it is next level and it is game winning in my opinion. It's just super crazy. As a position 5, this is god tier level of next level play, and it has to be the game defining moment for me. Like the way he saved the Faceless Void game. If this tower is taken by them and they open this part of the map and Faceless Void got nowhere to go, it will be a very different game for Team Secret, and that is why I think this is the game of the moment. The moment of a game, fuck me. So that is it guys for today's video. I had so much fun making it, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye bye.